Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we are going to look at BBR models. In particular, I was really stoked to hear that they were coming out with the Maserati MC12. What a cool car. Very, very cool. And I haven't opened it yet because I wanted to do it on camera and see it for the first time in person and, get a genuine reaction, I guess, is what I guess we'll call it. If you're not familiar with BBR models, in 164 scale anyway, so BBR I think make like 118s and all sorts of stuff, right? But the 164 scale, and they're really expensive, by the way, the 118 scales that they make, and I'm sure they're super high quality. I just don't really collect 118. Anyway, the 164 scale models are actually manufactured by Mini GT. So these are essentially, they're pretty much Mini GTs, really. They cost a little bit more than a standard Mini GT, but they're premium BBR product. They are licensed. So you won't see any, I don't think you'll see any Maseratis from Mini GT because I think BBR's got the license or something to that effect. Anywho and how, and maybe that's not true at all. I don't know. But I was really stoked to look at this real quick just to show you the other two models I have that are labeled as BBRs, or this Maserati right here, and this thing's pretty nifty. It's the MC20. Looks really good. It's a really cool, kind of a cool looking car, and a really nicely done model. I got it in this kind of like pearlescent white. They do have this car available in black for sure. That came out at the same time as the white one. So black, I believe it's also available in red, maybe yellow as well. I just thought this pearl white one, I had a choice between getting the black one or the pearl white one when it first came out, and I picked the pearl white one. And I don't think I'm disappointed with my decision. I honestly would think about going back and getting the black one too, because that looks really awesome as well. But here is this BBR model, and all the things that you would expect. Same as Mini GT, you get a metal base, metal body, rubber tires that it rolls. For those of you that care about that, and the mirrors are like a rubberized material. One difference is they do tend to have like a reflective sticker to kind of simulate a mirror there, which I don't think is very typical for Mini GT, but they are like the rubber. Or maybe these ones aren't the rubber. You know what? These aren't. They're a harder plastic, so a little bit different there than what you normally get. So, but here is your MC20, and they're very cool. I'm pretty sure they're manufactured by Mini GT, so you get Mini GT quality basically. You're not going to get the disc brakes. That's one thing you won't get with these. Same as Mini GT. So here's your GT Giulia, Alfa Romeo, looking pretty good too. Same sort of attention to detail, and just overall pretty impressive little model. I've got one version of this. I think there is one without the wing, maybe. I think they made both of them in red. There might be a white one. I'm not sure. There's a couple different colors and stuff you can get of this particular model if you decide you want to go with that, or a couple different variations. If you want to get an Alfa Romeo, I think this one looks really nice. I just picked out one. And then, of course, we got the MC12 Maserati, which I am stoked to get a peek at and finally look. I remember when it was announced, I was like pretty excited about it. And now that we have it, I'm excited to finally look at it in person. Diecast just doesn't translate as well sometimes in like pre-production photos and stuff like that. You need to really get it in your hands, or at least see it moving on a video to get some appreciation for it. So here's the MC12. This box that we're seeing here is what all these two cars came in. This style box where we got BBR up top there and like a licensing info, and it's like a cardboard thing, and then it just slides out like that. So I love a box. I am a big fan of having a place to store the vehicle if needed when it's not on display, and having that built right into the packaging. So I'm a fan of that. So this one's pretty neat. You just slide it out like that, and then we can pull that out. You can see it's nestled in there quite nicely. And we can go ahead and pull out the car itself. Right off the bat, just looking at it, I'm going to say that does not disappoint. Detail is there. There's the Maserati logo. A little off on the oval there in the front. You know, we're picky on this channel because we got a camera that can see it. So it's a little skewed in the center there. Get headlight detail. It's a little dirty in here, actually, in the packaging. So all in all, though, it looks really good. This actually is, I mean, a model of this quality, it's cheaper than getting a Hot Wheels RLC. These things are just really cool. If you like legit, like 1/64 scale diecast replicas, Mini GT is a great, better than Hot Wheels premium, I would argue. And, definitely more to scale, all that good stuff. So if you want like a replica, you don't want to spend tons of money because like, 64 can be pretty expensive. Tarmacs can get pretty expensive if you go outside of the Global 64 line. The Global 64 seems to be pretty much Mini GT par. Yeah, Mini GT is the way to go, and BBR is, you're going to pay a little bit more for it, but you got to do it if you want these particular cars. And this one I would say is definitely worth grabbing. So it rolls like really nice. It's sitting really low to the ground, but it still rolls. We've got the mirrors. They are a hard plastic, actually, not the rubberized material. And so Mini GT basically makes these cars for BBR. That's from what my understanding is. Now, BBR may design them and everything, but, or maybe not. Maybe Mini GT designs them and everything. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the relationship works, but either way, it's cool. I pretty much put these with my Mini GT collection. Like, you could take these Global 64, Tarmac Works, and Mini GT and kind of put them all together. They very much follow kind of the same formula. So, very, very cool. And this thing is pretty sick. What a cool car. Maserati MC12. So, there is a Hot Wheels version of this, actually, in this exact color. And I should have grabbed it because I do have it. I would have just had to find it somewhere in my collection here. I would have to sift through and locate it. And we could have compared, but there really is no comparison. That is a kind of an older casting. And, I mean, while it looks pretty good, Hot Wheels did a pretty decent job of it. This is now the one from my collection. I think that Kyosho may have made this car as well. I don't have that one. I've got a lot of Kyosho in my collection, but I do not have that one. But man, this thing looks pretty darn cool. The only gripe I would have is that little decal or whatever that's inside of that oval is off-centered. So if we're being picky, which we do, we get picky here. And then I don't know what's going on here. Is that, if we're getting real picky again, I can't tell if I can get that off of my fingernail or not. Or if that's just a paint flaw, which it might be. It's very, very tiny though. And like, you literally, from any distance other than like really getting close up on it, you'll never know. And maybe right here in the lip as well. So it's not perfect, right? A small paint issue right there on the edge. And the more you look at diecast this close up, the more you'll find it. I pick apart pretty much everything We do it a lot of times with RLC and stuff like that. I know these models should be near perfect, and I would argue this one is close, but there are just a couple of issues there. Not enough for me to warrant me like purchasing a replacement. But here it is. What a cool car. It'll be interesting to know like what cars like this that are kind of in limited production, made for BBR, made Mini GT ones, how they're going to appreciate in value over time. If they're going to get as crazy as some Hot Wheels, I don't know. Who knows? What do you guys think in the comments down below? And what do you think about this Maserati? I think it's pretty awesome. So I'm a fan, and I knew it was going to be. So no surprise there. Ooh, geez, we had a car accident. Just a little tap. We're good. And then the Alpha. So the way I'm collecting BBRs, I will probably get, one example of every tooling that they put out in 1/64 scale is kind of how I'm going to collect them. I may not get, more than one of each. I'm not going to get them in several different colors and all that stuff. At least probably not. But I will get probably one example of every tooling. That's kind of the way I think I'm going to collect that. That kind of keeps the collection under control a little bit. So, all right, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below about BBR, Mini GT, all that good stuff. What you think about this car in particular. Love to hear it, love to read it, and I appreciate it. So you guys have a great day. Thanks again. Bye.